Okay, hello everybody. This is another episode of What's on My Mind. Corruption. And what got me making this video is Jim Farley, the CEO of Ford. He wants to make it illegal for you to buy your own vehicle. Well, to repair your own vehicle. That's a level of corruption I haven't seen in a while. And just when I thought they really couldn't surprise me anymore. Basically, if you want to get your brakes changed, if you want to change your own oil, which I do that. I change my brakes, my cabin filter, my engine filter, my oil. Unless I'm traveling and it needs to get changed, then I'm inspecting what they do. He wants to make that illegal to where you have to go to their dealership. So you buy the oil filter and the oil itself, spend $40 to $50 and change it yourself. Now the price is going to be $70, $80, knowing it's the dealership, up to $100. I remember when I wanted brakes done, put slapping brakes onto my rotors just for the front. They wanted to charge me $165. That was 5+ years ago. Imagine what it is now. Did it myself. Did my rotors myself. Or with the help of a buddy, of course. YouTube is a hell of a thing when you can look it up and do it yourself. But that's a level of corruption that is insane. The fact that he's courting the president of the United States to pass this into law. The flock cameras. Most of your cities have flock cameras. Now, your crime rate might be 2%. Now, you got massive, crime-ridden cities that don't even have an ounce of flock cameras. And really, I'm not even an advocate of flock cameras because it's been plenty of stories which I covered. And it was a lady where the AI system in the bank said she robbed the bank. And she lived 2 states away. They went and got her with a warrant because the AI said it was this person, even though it wasn't. Took her 2 states away. Had her in jail for 6 months. Found out it wasn't her. Without a trial or hearing, released her in the middle of the cold. She lost her house, her job, everything. Didn't even give her a phone call. The fact that the police officers were able to get away with that, corruption. But let's rewind it here. A lot of, and I won't even just say corruption, it's greed and corruption. Because the fact is that you got Ram trucks with their wishbone where the spring and the shocks is fully plastic. They say it's just as strong as the steel. Just as strong. I'm like, word? Just as strong? Word? But most of these vehicles is more plastic and more plastic and more plastic. You can't even buy a truck anymore with a steel bumper on the front and the back. You can't, unless you option it or buy into the aftermarket. Even the Bronco, it only has one steel bumper, and this is in the back and not the front. Everything's plastic. They pretty much say the supply chains, COVID, all of that is the reason why they gotta jack the prices up. That's been gone. That's long gone. The fact is that the Bronco mainly still don't have a speaker in the back, and they still charge you for that speaker. Corruption and greed. The fact that they don't want fair competition with China, corruption and greed. Uh, I don't know. That bill that they're pushing made me make this video. It gets to the point where what else are you gonna outsource? It's just like it's like the tolls. Now tolls are corrupt in and of itself. You can't even take a lawyer to the court or anything like that. If I go through a toll, which this actually happened, it says toll by mail. It was like 75 cents. I went through it because I made the wrong turn. I went through it. 6 months later, they finally sent the letter in the mail. $20. $20. They'll purposely wait to send it up to rack it up. Like, we're not making enough money. I remember one time I went to a toll. They sent it 6 months after the fact. The toll was only like $15 or $8. Next you know, they sent it to the address, tacked on a late fee, which was $50 in administration fees. You don't even got workers there making $50 an hour. There's greed and corruption at its finest. Now, it's all AI now. You don't even have toll booths operators anymore. Human people to detect it. You got the customer service, but you don't have human people to click and make sure or push things out. The greed in terms of food is insane. Like, I find less and less options for me to eat because I stopped going to Chick-fil-A. And the only time I go to Chick-fil-A is if I get invited to go to Chick-fil-A. Meaning, if you never watch Food Inc., watch it. It might be on YouTube free. Do yourself a service. Most of the people who claim they care about their kids do not care about their kids. Now, granted, you might not can afford the food, but at least watch it and try to help protect your kids from it. Meaning, when it comes to greed and corruption, food is at the forefront. Like, I was fed cereal as a kid until I woke up and it was like, oh shit, this would kill you. It's good. I mean, you got better options without the dyes and stuff like that. That's linked to certain health effects. Farm-raised fish. Now, people eat farm-raised fish all the time. Everybody in the U.S. eats farm-raised fish, whether you say you don't or not. If you go to a restaurant, if you eat popcorn shrimp or whatever the hell, it is 9 times out of 10 farm-raised. Now, or just the fish itself, unless they state wild caught. But when it gets to the food sources and stuff like Doritos, whatever, they jacking up the prices. They're selling you, they're putting less quality ingredients in the food and giving it to you. Think about it. Potato chips and just regular drinks. 12-pack of drinks used to be cheap as hell. It used to be 5 years ago. 5 years, not long. This is not me saying back in 1960. No, 5 years. It used to be 50 cents for a canned drink at a Walmart. Then it's 75 cents. Now it's $1.50 in some places. Is the aluminum getting very expensive? Are they going to keep blaming it on COVID, or they just make money off their profit? Think about Arizona. They're still making a profit. They're good. $1. The CEO said, if you see our cans anywhere in a store that has that little tag and it's not $1, let us know. There's no need for the greed and corruption, but it's there. They're jacking up the prices, saying, "Oh, inflation, COVID, some random bullshit." They just jack up the prices. There's greed. Fast food. You look at certain fast food, the quality is not there, and they're charging up like ridiculous levels of money. I like Taco Bell. I do. Is it worth almost $12, $13 for a combo meal? No. I like ice cream. Blue Bell. Is it worth almost $10 for 1 gallon or more? No. I actually started making my own ice cream because not even just Blue Bell. You got Cold Stone Creamery and stuff. It's just the greed and the corruption. Most of these ice cream spots, like Blue Bunny, they're owned by like one company, one major company. They got high fructose corn syrup in it, bioengineered food ingredients, among some other things. And the thing about it is, most of them are just frozen dessert. They don't use quality ingredients and charge you a premium. The only one I see in a store now is Tillamook. They're family owned. It's like 4, but I just know the big one is Tillamook if I'm too lazy to make my ice cream. Like I said again, this links to Food Inc. Food Inc. We used to clone little chickens. Now it's on a massive scale. During Bush era, when we're going to import our meat in Japan, they ride it. The thing about it is, they were debating if they were going to put on the label of our meat if it was cloned or genetically modified. The FDA voted against it. The FDA is corrupt to the teeth. Okay? It took how many people, how many presidents, or attorney, or minister of health? It took all of those to go, okay, let's ban red dye and red 40 and stuff like that, to drop in the barrel, drop in the bucket, because there's so much more that's giving people cancer. So going back to the food now, because here's what's crazy. Sky News, I don't think Sky News, Inside Edition did the story where they make the orange juice. They gave the orange juice, we're conditioned, real freshly squeezed orange juice in a popular orange juice brand. They put it in front of the people. Which tastes better? They always chose the popular orange juice brand. Then they told them they store these orange juices, they squeeze it, they do it everything legit. They store them in metal tins for months at a time. It loses its taste as an orange, and they get a perfume company to make it taste like an orange again. And when I heard that, I had to calm down, because the company doesn't care. They couldn't say the company, but because they would get sued, or maybe they did. But I bought a juicer that day, got a juicer, squeezed my own orange juice, and I taste it. And then I basically, I go from orange, and really I just stopped drinking orange juice like that. But that's a level of greed and corruption to where they will sell you that and charge you out the wazoo. Just like concentrate. With concentrate, majority of the nutrients is gone, and they're charging you out the wazoo. In California, there's a company, and I think Tyson was allowed to actually grow chickens in metal tins and from sales. Mr. Beast did a whole video on this. Oh, it tastes the same. This can solve world hunger. Yes, it can, but I don't want to eat it. I will go vegan before I do that. Corruption, because that That reminds me of some cyberpunk or one of those dystopian movies where it's a cube or you put the little drops on it, or it's 3D printing the meat and then it got to spray the flavoring and it got to go in the microwave and balloon up. It reminds me of that, and it's not tested. I mean, it's somewhat tested because it came out 2008. They cloned the meat, but it is truly not tested because now they're doing it in a different form, different fashion and way to feed people that meat. So that's a different or a level of corruption that I have known about. But greed and corruption, what do you think about this? Are you going to continue to eat meat? Are you going to continue to support these car companies? They making record profit. It only costs them maybe the engine $9,000, the whole car bill $20,000 or so, maybe $40,000. They sell it to you for $100,000, depending on the vehicle. Are we going to revolt on these car companies? Because in other countries, even the UK, the BMWs are not that expensive. They just ship them over here. Oh, they're American. Make it $60,000. I don't know. Corruption and greed at its finest.